Hey, it's Mike from 424 Recording, and welcome to what I think is the first episode of a new series called 424 Recording, in which I'm going to attempt to write and record a song in an hour on the 4-track.
Hey mom, keep it down. Try to rock it in the basement with the crowd.
For the first time doing this, I'm going to try to break up the recording process into two parts. One, the writing process, and two, the recording process. I did a video, song in an hour. You can check that one out in the link above. But so it's sort of inspired by that, sort of inspired by a bunch of you guys reaching out and saying, well, that's cool, man, but why don't you do one on the 4-track? So here we go. All right, so I'm just going to try to write a track. Kind of had a riff. I think I was kind of bouncing around, but also sometimes I just use the first one that comes up when I sit down to play. I have tuned up my guitar. I think I'm going to go to 3rd fret. Usually a good place to start. That's something with the capo 3rd fret. 3rd to 5th fret usually sounds pretty good. Saw this thing with Ryan Adams. He's talking about how he pretty much just writes all the songs in capo 3, 4, 5, and because that works really well with his voice. He's got more of a lower voice, and ever since I heard him say that, I realized, oh, well, my voice is kind of lower too, so maybe I should try that, and it works out pretty good. So, all right. So this is like the first riff I started playing just before I pretty much turned the camera on. I was just kind of messing around, getting some levels, making sure the sound was good. I was messing around with my Digitac, loading up some samples. So yeah, I'm gonna try to build something off that, I think, and then record it. So let's go for it. Let's go into like the E chord, or the E, not the E, but you know, the E pattern chord there sounds pretty good. Whoops. So one of the big things like with songwriting that I've been realizing that works well for me, or just prefer that I like, is something so along the lines of, you know, you could sing along directly to those chords, like I don't know what to sing, I don't know what to sing. And sometimes like that can sound cool, that sounds alright, maybe that's something we'll file away and use in this song, but usually I feel like that kind of, when you do that, it can get kind of boring because the guitar and the vocals are doing the same thing, and especially with 4-track stuff, if you're only using 4 tracks, which is what I'm planning to do, which I probably should have mentioned with the 424. I have 2 of them here, but I have 2 of them here. Yeah, just want to point that out too. Yeah, it's like something is, you know, I don't know. That actually sounds right. Like. The problem is like, if I just think it's usually more interesting with songs where the vocals are almost counter to the guitar. So like usually I try to do something like you know it's a long shot. Can't really play it because I'm kind of like making it up, but. So like I really need to separate those two things and probably practice them more before I record them. But so like I need to just say like, okay, 1. Like those are all downstrokes, but like when I start singing it, I start like messing it up or playing it. Basically, I need to practice it more, and I need to go slower. So like. Yeah. I can't really play it and sing it exactly how I've been playing it. So that's something I gotta work out. But a good way to do that is to go slower, or I could also record. But since I wanted to record this with the guitar and the vocals at the same time, I'll have to practice that. Not sure if I'll do that now because I don't know how compelling that'll be for an episodic, for the episode. You know it's a long shot. You know it's a long. Wait, it's a. Alright, so I think that's a pretty good first part for that, if I can play it right. Maybe we'll just do them separately for the sake of writing the song in a half hour and recording it in another half hour. So I think it's a good first part. You know it's a long shot. And something like, maybe you don't. No, maybe you don't. That's pretty cool. I guess that's not really like a chorus. Maybe it's more of a pre-chorus or something. It sounds cool though, like dropping down to that E. It's not an E, it's technically a G, I guess. But I keep saying E because I'm thinking about it in the form of that chord, which is an E. So. You know it's a long shot. That's kind of going against what I said before. I'm kind of singing along with the chord, but that's cool because it separates the two parts. Because the first part is more, the vocal is more separate from the chords, and then the second part I'm singing along with it and then kind of breaking it up really quickly with the maybe you don't. So yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I think at this point I would usually probably go to the drum machine and come up with like a riff. I mean, not a riff, come up with like a simple beat. I think for this track it would just be like. And again, for the sake of trying to rip this out in half hour, and I've only got 20 minutes left about, so. All right, let's go over there and I'll just program a quick beat. Let me turn this other video on here. Kick. Really simple. So then we can start practicing along with that. I think to mention is like some people don't like playing with metronomes. I honestly think it's made me a lot better of a musician. And this is obviously a drum machine, so it's but it really helps, especially for practicing and writing, for me at least, but your mileage may vary. Alright, so now I'm at a point, just stop that for now. So now I'm at a point where I'm not really sure what's going to happen next. So I guess we just got to figure it out. Let's see. So I think that the A, I guess that's an A, comes good after the G. So I want to, because that's the first chord of the verse again. But it sounds cool coming right after the G. So we can still use that chord and then just make a new part out of it rather than going to like another chord. Because I think that thing Lou Reed said is very true about chords. Like I think he said 3 chords is a rock song or pop song and 4 chords is jazz. I think that's like super true. So I guess it's technically a jazz track because it's already up to 4 chords. But so yeah, rather than switching to another different chord, which maybe we will, but right after that, I think it's after the G. I think it should just go back to A because it circles really nicely back into the verse. But so then it'll also be cool as the first chord of like the chorus, I guess is what it'll be. So we got to come up with a chorus. So that's one thing that I've been known to do sometimes too, is take the verse chords and then you can play them longer. So the verse is, but what if you did something like, using the same chords but just in like a different pattern. So that actually sounded kind of cool. You know that it will go back into the verse well because they both start on the same chord. Well, I guess they start and end on the same chord. I think. Yeah, pretty much. All right, let's start up the drum machine again and see what happens. Trying to do like a minor chord there, thinking it might sound cool, but I think it sounds alright. I don't know. I'm wondering if that works or not. This is kind of like ad-libbing some random stuff. So I don't know. Kind of like that. This is why. This is the This is a part of me that knows. This is a part of me that knows. this is a part of me that doesn't know. I don't know. I don't know what it means. This is a part of me that doesn't know. This is a part of me that doesn't know. I don't know. That sounds alright for now. The thing is, like, I feel like when you write stuff at a certain speed, just getting my, oh wait, no, I gotta put it over here. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now is just, sorry, I'm talking away from here. What we're gonna do now is just write down some of these lyrics, write down some of these parts. That's the thing, when you write stuff like at this speed, at this clip, it's a sketch, you know, and sometimes it comes out really solid. You know, I did that album Just a Trick, and that was like really done really quickly. But the thing is, like, to remember about it is you can always go back if you really want to. For me, like, I don't know. I gotta get used to obviously doing this in front of the camera, but like this seems pretty solid. I don't know. So it starts out. What is it? I don't remember. You know. I forgot what that first lyric was. I guess I could always rewind the tape, but. It's a long shot. It's a long shot. See, like, I just already forgot exactly what I was doing. It'll come back. I knew it was something like that. I was doing something along that, so we'll just write that. Because what do we got? Like 10 minutes to finish this one. You know it's a long shot. Oops, it's a long shot. I don't know if that'll make sense 2 times through. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. We'll see. That's something else on playback that helps. And then it goes into that G part. Maybe. So, or maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Just get something down. Get something down on paper, you know? Alright, so long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. And then the other part was like, this is a part of me that knows. Oh, wait, no. This is a part of me that doesn't know. This is a part of me that doesn't know. It's funny because I started doing exactly what I said when I first started in the video. When you sing along to the chords, sometimes it's lame, but I don't know. It sounds alright. This is a part of me that doesn't know. Alright, so this is the part of me. This is the part of me that doesn't know. There's a lot of unknowing going on in this one. I mean, the lyrics can always be subbed out. Just a Trick had completely different lyrics on that song, and then I actually made 2 versions, and then I just switched out all the lyrics. So, if anything, coming up with any sort of lyric, even if you think it's dumb or lame or stupid, is good because you can always sub out those words. The melody is good. You can always sub out the words, the lame words, the words that you don't like for words that you do like. And that's usually the part that takes me the longest, to be honest. Okay, so we'll do that twice. All right, let's play this along to the beat. And maybe that'll be the whole thing. So right now, oh no, I got like 9 minutes left to mess around. Sometimes I would add some bass to that. Maybe we'll do that too. Or maybe I'll just do real bass. I have my bass over there. So I think you pretty much got a finished track there. Needs a little bit of massaging, but yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I already forgot. I'll have to go back at some point and look at what I came up with initially, but unless it comes back to me, I'm not gonna go back. But yeah, so now I guess I'll just try to let's try to put this into some kind of structure that works. I think maybe like one riff intro or something. Maybe two. You know it's a long shot. You know it's a long shot. There, I think it should go. You know something. Yeah, so something like that. Just for like a quick little jam. I think that'll work for us to record. So looks like I got about 4 minutes left on this portion of the writing part. I don't know what I should really work on. Maybe just the structure of it. The biggest thing is just making sure that the song is entertaining, I think, or it just doesn't get like stale or old to the listener, which is definitely something that's harder to do on the 4-track as well. I don't know. Maybe we'll add some kind of riff. Maybe I'll leave that end part open for something, and then during the recording process, if something comes up, we'll throw it in there. So I don't know. The lyrics for this, not my favorite, but we got to work with what we got. So we'll get it down. We'll just repeat everything, and then for the sake of sketching it and recording it, I don't know. Let's see what happens. I may add some quick bass to the drum loop, just so that it'll be easier to record to it. Because that's one thing, we got to make sure we combine some tracks with the bass. I'm just trying to think I guess I could record the bass with the drums as it's going in, and then record an acoustic and the vocal, an acoustic and vocal, and then there'll be one extra track for a little bit of spice or variety. That sounds good. I like that plan. All right. Well, the next portion of the episode, we're gonna take an overhead look of this process, because I gotta break this up. My camera automatically stops at 30 minutes in. So yeah. All right. So I guess we'll take 5 from here. Make sure the guitar is tuned up. We'll throw some bass. I'm just gonna follow pretty much what I did on the bass. On the guitar, for the bass part, but we'll show that when we're tracking too. Because right now the drums are pretty simple. The song's pretty simple in terms of the stuff to it. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna get some stuff set up on this end for the recording phase, and then we'll lay this guy down and see what happens. All right, we'll catch you in a minute. All right, so I'm just getting some stuff set up here. I have everything, my 4-track ready to go. I did a little bit just now. My phone wasn't recording for some reason. I don't know if it stopped. I don't think it did. I think I just forgot to hit it. But yeah, my setup's a little janky right now. I got to figure out something a little bit better for next time. But for this time, I think this will work all right. I got Logic going to record the line output of this, so you can hear what I'm doing. And yeah, basically I have my levels set up. I'm going to bus everything to 1. I'm going to record the simple drum beat / metronome, and the bass to track 1 simultaneously. Power user tip: if you want to make the most of your tracks rather than having to bounce them, record them at the same time. All right, so I'm going to probably just look like a crazy person standing up and down, making sure that thing's going. I think it'll be good. Might have to do this in a little bit of pieces because I just want to make sure it records everything. But yeah, let's give it a shot. I tuned up my bass. All right, let's try it. All right. Here we go. All right, well, we got the first take there, first pass. I think that was all right. Let me stop that. Turn to 0. Shut that off from safe. I think it was okay. It wasn't like amazing. It was my best performance. I don't think I got lost at all for doing this pretty quickly. Let's see what's up. Play it back. I'm gonna just play it back through the tape. Usually tape cue is a good way to go, but yeah, that sounds cool. All right. Let's, what should we do now? I guess let's do a pass of the guitar and the vocal. Or just practice along with it once or twice and see what happens. Because I was thinking, that's the thing, when you do the bass like that, you can always take out the guitar. Just making sure that's still going. You can always take out the guitar. That should be fine too. Okay, so... well, let me do one playing along with it. So now I'm just going to swap out my... this was the Digitact. That's something we'll have to clip in post too. I wasn't able to because I had the way I have this set up, the Digitact's like behind me. So it's kind of tough to... dang it. It's kind of tough to stop it. I need to get this set up so where I have the camera above all the equipment that's like right next to each other, but the way that I have this set up... I'm trying to talk and do this and do a million things here. You know, like it's like when you just want to record, this is exactly the thing. Like I just need everything set up because I'm just trying to do like too many things at once now with all the cameras and shit going, but there's always an excuse for everything. All right, actually I'm gonna take this out. 2, that was the bass. I'm actually gonna go into 2. You know, you can bus it, but I like to pretty much just work. If I'm doing in 2, I just go through 2. It's just easier to remember for me what's going on, etc. All right, so we're gonna take that out. We're gonna go to Effect 2 Q so we can listen back to what we're doing. This thing is on, ready to rock. I think I'm just gonna monitor it really quick, maybe do one playthrough without even doing anything. Let's see. Wow, I really like how that sounds right there. That's interesting. It's kind of like pointed at. It sounds like a little, I don't know, a little bassy. Let's see, maybe it was the pick. Whoa, I think it was. I've never played with this thick of a pick. It sounds pretty sweet. There you go, something I learned. Alright. So I'm going to literally just do one. I don't think I'm going to record it. Make sure this is still going. My screensaver came on. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's make sure the phone's still going. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens here. I think I'm just going to listen back to it and see what's up. Oops. All right, I think I'm ready to lay something down here. I might do a little improv on it, like that thing you just heard. I'm having a hard time finding the exact pitch of where I should be singing, but I don't know. I'll just do another practice run. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't, and if it's not, we'll do it again. All right, that's going. Let me just double check this guy. Yeah, everything's working out. Knock on wood. All right, well, let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Levels look good. This could technically go like that. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. I'm ready to rock this. Rock this. I don't remember how many I did here, though. Probably this one. Yeah. All right. I already messed up. Let me try it again. Whoops. You know it's a long shot. I can't even find it. Hold on. No, it's a long shot. You know it's a long shot. Okay. Give it a shot. It's a long shot, but we'll give it a shot. It's a long shot. You know it's a long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, that's the wrong part. See, this is the only issue with doing this so quickly is you kind of forget what you wrote. Alright, well, we'll give it another shot. Everything's still rolling. Hopefully that's still going. I'm not going to check it, but it probably won't be one time I don't check it. You know it's a long shot. You know it's a long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, maybe you don't. This is the part of me that doesn't know. This is the part of me that doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, maybe you don't. This is the part of me that doesn't know. This is the part of me that doesn't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Yeah, so I really botched that at the end, but thought that sounded pretty cool up until that point. All right, well let's listen back because the one part sounded good. That thing I improv'd, so I thought it sounded good. Use around there. Doesn't know. Right. That's kind of cool. Hopefully I can remember that. If not, it'll be on this camera. The Logic is recording it, and iPhone is recording too, which is cool. Doesn't know. I can't say I'm going to remember that or not, but let's find out. All right, I'm going to pump that, turn that down. Let's give it a shot. I fucked it up really bad that time. I don't normally like to do it like this, but this is my first time trying to do this on camera, so live. Alright, let's try it again. Recording.
Shot. You know it's a long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. Oh, maybe you don't. This is the part of me that doesn't know. This is the part of me that doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know.
So that was super sloppy, but I think for the sake of just getting this done and moving on, I'm going to move on to the next track. All right, well, this is going to be a really sloppy one, but that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Oh man, I was surprised all my that's still going. Everything's still going, so all this mess up and sloppiness will just be on the take. That's it. That's the take, man. Move those back. Turn these up and down. Move this there. Move that there. Turn that up. Oops, I had that on. That's okay. There's nothing playing on that. All right, let's try to double that right now. Let's try to double it. Fuck it. It would help to rewind it first, of course. Yeah. So unless this is really bad, I'm just gonna keep it. I'll see if I can play along to it. But maybe that'll make it special. We'll see. I think I need to get this better organized if I'm gonna keep doing these, especially with the 4-track. It's a lot to like film and shit. A lot of other stuff to think about. All right, let's try it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn that left. Turn the center. Let's try it.
It's a long shot. It's a long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. Yeah. Oh, maybe you don't.
Still pause. Okay. Totally was jamming out to. I thought it sounded good, and I fucked up. That happens. I know that's probably happened to you too. You're like, this sounds so good, and you forget that you're playing, forget what you're doing, and it gets all fucked up. Let's try it again. Forgot I was playing. Getting too into my head here.
It's a long shot. No, it's a long shot. Oh, maybe you don't. Yeah. Oh, maybe you don't. This is the part of me that doesn't know. This is the part of me that doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Oh, maybe you do. Oh, maybe you do. This is the part of me that doesn't know. This is the part of me that doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know. Doesn't know.
It's a pretty bad mess up there. Doesn't know. All right, well, there was a bit of a train wreck at the end of that track, but let's just leave it at that. I think for the first episode of this new series, what I hope to become a new series, that was all right. That was okay. I'd be happy with calling that the first one. Well, I guess I have 5 minutes left, so I could record the whole thing again. Probably. No, it would take longer than that. Well, let's listen back. Let's listen back to what we got. Should we? All right, we'll do it. Only because the guy in the back said he wanted it to. All right, let's go to the tape. Let's turn all these down. Turn this off. That's off. So we only used 3 tracks, so that's kind of cool. I would definitely do this one again. Let's see what we got. Can't hurt to see what we have. See what it sounds like. Again, as like a sketch, as something that's done quickly, pretty good. I think if I had more time to just focus on doing this instead of all this other stuff and wires and things, I would have maybe done better. But I'm also making excuses now. I think it came out all right though. Came out all right. All right, let's check it out. Live. All right, let's try it again. It's like a weird buzzing in this. Doesn't know. It's a pretty bad mess up there. Doesn't know. All right. Well, I hope this gives you a good understanding of a quick way to go about recording a song on your 424 an hour. Thanks for joining me on this inaugural episode, the first episode of a new series entitled 424 Recording. I was either thinking that or Joy of Recording after Bob Ross's Joy of Painting series. I was trying to go for, I'd like to go for that kind of a vibe maybe next time around. Or maybe this time, or maybe just do my own thing, but in that format, you know, kind of sit down, make a song, record it, show some techniques, and then bounce once you hit your mark. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this track. Yeah, I think everything's still recording, which is really cool. If anything, this serves as a really good test for me to see, that I could do this, which I knew that I could, but there's just so many things now, like after doing this once, this is always a great example. As a really quick caveat here, I'm gonna be out of here in like 20 seconds. Shit, I forgot. You got to do stuff to experiment to see how it goes, how it was. Otherwise, you'll never know what to improve next time. The important thing is that I completed this. I set out to do this evening, got it done, and now I'm done. So if anything, it was a good thing for me to learn. If nobody ever watched this, it's strictly for me to learn. Like, okay, this is the things I could do better. This is how I could set this up better. This is Mike from 424recording.com. Godspeed, my friends. Don't forget. All right, well, the camera cut off there, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, you nerd, and hit the little bell if you want to see one of these videos go live. We'll be back soon with some new videos. So, well, that sounds like we haven't done videos in a long time. I do videos all the time. I usually try to get one out every weekday. Jay and I go live on Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. And expect to see more of these. If you have any suggestions, I'm going to start doing more. I did one with Logic the other day. I think I'm going to try to do one of these like once a week and just get better at the process of doing this, of shooting it, and of getting all my wires and things set up. I think with the drum machine over here would be better and the other stuff, but again, it's all part of the process of figuring out how to do this, and the only way to figure that out is to constantly do it. So make sure you do something you want to do today, and we'll catch you on the flip-flop, all right? I hope you enjoy the track, and have a great rest of November. Peace.
It's a long shot.